Yo, check the mic 1 2. This is the Legion sound. When street lights dim and no mercy can be found. We roll in silence, thick like chimney haze. Shadow smokers move through midnight's darkest maze. We ain't no club, nah, this a lifetime feat. Gotta stay hungry, built for loyalty. Talk strategy, leverage, move the pieces tight. Network squeezes while the enemies take flight.
We own the hours when the honest close their eyes. Secret handshakes under moonlit skies.
New blood, step correct. Are you ready for the test? Wanna rock with the best? Put that hustle in your chest. Smoke is cold, we don't break, bend or run. From night's first breath till we see the sun. If you
got that fire, if you got that grit, sign your soul to the shadows, smoke a legit. This ain't no game, this power movement. Show respect, show skill, that's your improvement.
See the line, cross it, no looking back. We school the opposition, run a different track. Trading secrets, specialized, unseen hits. From high-rise towers down to concrete pits. Need sharp eyes, steady hands, minds that lead. Every mission done, every warning heed. Legion stands tall, watch us on the block. Midnight oil burns, with the clocks tick-tock.
We take the outcast, we're gonna be betrayed. And shadow smokers' nets get repaid.
Move blood, step correct, are you ready for the test? Wanna rock with the best, put that hustle in your chest. Smoke is cold, we don't break, bend or run. From night's first breath, till we see the sun.
If you got that fire, if you got that grit, sign your soul to the shadows, smokers legit. This ain't no game, this tower movement. Show respect, show skill, that's your improvement.
Yeah, shadow smokers. That's the brand. Understand. New blood. Stand up and be the hand.
This is the end. The ash begins to fall. The world is fading out. Behind this velvet wall, a secret kept in cedar, a flame that's born of gold. The shadow smokers rise before the night grows cold. Feel the earth move as a match begins to strike. 1,000 brothers breathe in the silence that we like. Let the sky crumble, we'll watch it from the chairs, with a vintage in our glasses and no burden of the cares. Let the smoke fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Faith.
There we go. Hey guys, so the Story Assassin. Welcome to today's Smokers Panel Live. And my voice might sound a little bit itchy scratchy because it literally just happened. It literally just happened. Okay, so let me turn this thing on. So what happened was I ate dinner and I don't know what I ate, and there was a little bit of allergy or something like that happening. I didn't even realize it until maybe 15 minutes ago that I started to have like this post-nasal drip, itchy throat kind of thing going on. And I was like, oh man, what is that? So I ran and ate an antihistamine. And then just like I have this like something sits there. Something sits there. So it's gonna take a few minutes before that goes away because I already ate antihistamine. Basically, it's not like something sits back in my throat. I don't know what it is, but it shouldn't stop me from enjoy a cigar in a few minutes. All right. What is that? Holy shit. But other than clearing my throat a lot, we're still gonna see what we got today. All right. All right, so we got this Cigars Daily milestone from Cigars Daily. I purchased this as soon as it came out. I want to say congratulations to Tim's and Cigars Daily for his 10-year success. He went from someone that just I wouldn't want to say someone that just, but someone that is on YouTube advertising cigars that a store was sold or something like that, to someone that owns his dream, from cigar brands to cigar shops, lounge shows, all that stuff. He have done all the progressions, right? He blended the cigars, he made the cigars, he collabed with other cigars. He pretty much touched everybody's brand. So I want to say congratulations because I think that's pretty cool. To know somebody that does that. To know somebody that has done every check marks for a cigar industry, right? So let's see the cigar. Okay. I don't know why, like, I know this is supposed to be like lined up with this thing. I know this is supposed to be lined up with this line. Okay. I don't know if this is a way to get it to focus. Hold on a second. Let's get it to, hold on. Property. Configure. There you go. Let's get it to focus. That's zoom. That's focus. What I want? Oh, here we go. That autofocus really doesn't work. So, you see that? It says powered by, but it's upside down. Like, if you knew this is gonna be right here, why would you have this upside down? Right? Because this part isn't gonna be here. This part will always be here. So why would you print this upside down? Makes no sense to me. So, all right, let's continue. Let's continue. Close that. Is this something easy to rip apart? Nope, probably not. I don't want to damage this. I have no point. I have no something to cut it right in front of me, so I had to rip it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ta-da! Now, I think this thing is pretty cool. At the same time, I think it's really weird. Like how he decided to do this is weird. Now, obviously, he have got a factory to do it, right? But the way it's done is kind of weird. Let me talk about what I think is weird, okay? First, we have right here. Tim's 10th. Tim's 10th. It isn't like, why don't you just put like 10th year anniversary or 10th something here? Why is it 10th? It kind of sounds weird, like grammar weird, like in terms of weird grammar, right? Then we have his autograph, which is fine. Cigars Daily logo, which is fine. Milestone, and this West Tampa logo. West Tampa logo, right? Now, with what it is, hold on a second, let me get him in.
Whoa, what's up?
Yeah, one moment. Let me finish talking about this thing. All right, so with what this is, he said he called up Rick Rodriguez for this. So West Tampa, right? But every cigar on the second row is not. Every cigar in the second row is not. So that's why I think it's kind of weird. Right? Okay, so says after a decade in cigar, I've gone from cigar lounge clerk to creator of the best damn cigar content online and a member of the world best cigar community. You have made the cigar the ultimate blessing in every way. Thank you for being part of Cigars Daily Nation, and here's 10 more years. All right? Okay, fine. Everything is cool about that.
Hold on.
Yep.
You said blessing?
So what?
You said blessing?
The ultimate blessing, yeah. I was just telling Rick, oh yeah, this is actually a different hat, believe it or not. This is actually a different hat. You can see the pins are different. This is actually a different hat. So here we go. All right, so continues with what's weird. The cigar itself is fine. The cigar is beautiful. It reminds me of actually the Obrigado when he first created them. So it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna take them out. There's 10 of these.
So that's his 10th anniversary
Yes.
by West Tampa for him.
Yes. All right, so let's take a look at this cigar. Hopefully, oh no,
Very
it's
good.
frozen. Okay, let me. One moment, please. Un momento. I think it's because I had it on over here. There we go. Back to here. Wait, I couldn't reset this anymore. It got stuck. Hold on.
Yeah. You guys out there know what I'm thinking.
I wonder what happened. Hold on. Deactivate. Activate. There we go. Is it working?
Ooh-wee. I don't know if that's working, but my sure is working.
Activate.
I'm activated. I am activated.
You're activated. You're activated. Okay, so I gotta make sure I have this on the side.
Cheers.
Wait, where's the config? Right here. All right. So the cigar itself over here, I think it looks pretty good, right? It doesn't have that like obrigado feel to it. Okay, the cigar itself looks pretty good. Now here, okay, here we go. I can use this as a comparison. See?
Yeah.
Has the same feel. All right, so it's pretty cool. Now, here is what's weird. Is that there's only 10 cigar this, but when you get a box, It's a box of 20. And underneath is all the other cigars.
Oh, whose other cigars?
Tim's, Cigars Dailies.
Oh, you mean like the Zebra? Liga Zebra?
Liga Zebra,
Filthy Viking,
Dama Valenda,
Dama Balada.
Obrigado,
Okay.
Filthy Viking,
Oh,
Killabos, the Echo Hill.
so you got actually a box of 10 of his anniversary and a smorgasbord of his other stuff.
Right. And
A
that's
sa-
the
a-
weird part. That's
well,
the weird part.
I think he, it's weird because I guess the expectation is you're going to get a 20 count box of that.
No, but then his website did say that you gotta get 10.
Yeah. That is a very good marketing tool right there. I'm gonna give you the 10th anniversary. However, I'm also going to provide you the opportunity to try some of my other blends, because maybe if you haven't tried them, if you hadn't had the chance or the opportunity, well, here's your chance to try this 10 count sampler, and maybe one out of those 10 you'll enjoy. And guess what? Boom.
I get that. What is weird to me is not what he did. What is weird to me is that he shoved 10 cigars in a West Tampa cigar factory box.
Did they fit okay?
Yeah, well, they're all the right size. So they are the same size. Right?
Okay.
But here's the thing, right? It must be a logistical nightmare.
Oh, yeah. Probably, yeah, because, the only way to find out is if you had another box and compared it second layer to see if all of those second layers are lined up the same way.
Oh, too late. I already took it out. But what I'm saying, logistic nightmare means all these cigars were made in different factories.
Yeah. Well, he had to make sure. Yeah, I get it.
And they all had to be shipped to West Tampa for packaging.
Yeah.
So whatever amount, he had to get whatever that amount is. Let's say we make 10,000 boxes. That means he just needs to ship 10,000 cigar of each.
Yes. So did he give a number amount of boxes that he made available?
This is limited. It's like a single run. That's it. So,
one and done.
One and done. But they not say how many he made.
Okay. All right.
So
Some
that's pretty
Swanson,
cool.
I'll drink to that.
It's pretty cool. So in there we got Filthy Viking.
Good cigar.
We got the most recent Unkillable. So this thing must be done like in the clutch, right? Because he just got Unkillable not long ago, right?
Haven't tried that one.
Then he's got the Liga Zebra.
I've tried that one. Yeah.
And now it's not even his original blend. It's like the reblended version of it, right? It's a later on version. All right. And then he's got this Dama Valada.
I like that one too.
That's very early on too.
Yeah.
Right. And then he's got this Scorch Earth.
I haven't tried that one.
All right.
Okay.
And this is. And then you got Earth. I don't know why the flat Earth wasn't here, but this Earth. And then this one is the Leecher Brura pre-release, which is kind of cool because I never got one, and now I have one. And then we have the Echo Hill.
Haven't tried that one.
Okay. And then you have the Fermentada. So now you got 10 cool new cigar, and 10 like sample pack of all the other cigar. Then when you do that, you get a surprise.
Well, wait a minute. Let's go back and rephrase that a little bit. You got his 10th anniversary cigars, and then you got a 10 cool pack sampler of his other stuff.
Well, it's pretty much what he had. What he made me. Yeah.
Just a little,
Project
just a little
Cigar.
switch on words
Yeah.
there for
Yeah.
you.
Yes. His project cigar. 10 of them. The 10 project that he went through. Okay. And then you're like, oh, it's empty, but it's. It got a picture of him on the very bottom of the box.
Ah, yes.
Surprise!
Did he sign it? Is it signed?
No, well, in theory, it's signed. There's a sign here. There's a sign here.
Yeah.
It's signed everywhere. There's you sign the front of the box right here.
Okay.
So this whole thing is his signature. So I don't know. Maybe like to get another signature in the future. I don't know. But I'm gonna smoke through this one, obviously. So
Very good.
let me shove this back in there. Let me shove this back in there.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty cool. That's, I think back when when Tim was like not in Cigars Daily, it's not Cigars Daily yet. Those time, and I'm like, it really has been that long.
It doesn't seem like it, does it?
It doesn't.
It
Right.
doesn't. It does not.
All right, let's pour one out and smoke it. Pour one out and smoke it.
Man, I gotta get me one of those aprons.
What?
Gotta get me one of those cigar aprons.
You mean bib?
For me, yeah, one of those too. A bib and an apron, a cape, a cowl.
Paper towel? I don't think you want to use paper towel.
Not a paper towel, maybe just a regular towel I can put on my lap because
By the way, because of smoking with Val last weekend, now I have purchased a CAO Zocalo.
oh, the Zocalo. The Zocalo.
So I got
Yes.
a Zocalo right here, and I also got an America right here. This is what
Oh, the
happens when you're like, oh man, now I see him smoking it, I want to smoke it too.
Yeah, I tell you.
So yeah,
Well,
so that's what I got too. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm so-
Enjoy
I'm-
the cigar.
I'm smoking a CAO as well right now, but well, it's not on there. I can't even. I have. Let me see if I can see what it is. It's a CAO something. CAO special shop something. Special shop something. Can't read the letters. Then can't read the word.
Let me see that. Down, down, down. Right.
Yeah.
Left, left,
I
left.
can't left.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's
Oh,
the
there we
newest
go.
one. That's the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the newest one. That's the newest one. What I can do is hold on a second.
Time's up.
Speed shop. Speed shop, that's what it's called.
Oh, speed shop? Okay.
Yep.
Speed shop.
Speed shop. I think that's what it's called. I'll double check it in a second and see if I can bring it up. Speed shop. CAO.
Drinking me a old fashioned, of course.
So I think that's the flathead speed shot V654. Because I don't think you're
Yeah.
smoking the 660. So
It's a 6x54. Yes, this
Yeah,
is
there you
true.
go. All right. Let's get to this cigar now. Let's put that cam back in action. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Like the band. Gotta like that band.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It
The
looks pretty
logo.
good.
Look sharp. Look sharp.
Okay. This cigar is so like velvet on the surface. I'm touching it, it's velvety. It's oily and it's velvety. The wrapper is a broadleaf rosado. What does that mean? Wrapped in gorgeous broadleaf natural rosada and is an Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, filled from Nicaragua, Dominican, and Honduras.
So, it's an international cigar. Okay.
Just bring everything together. Just bring them all together.
A cigar
very
of many
interested.
countries. That's what we'll call it.
Let's try that. Let's try that today. Okay. All right. Earthy, barnyard, leather-ish. A lot of barnyard. All right,
You know what they
let's
say?
this out.
Down on the farm.
Well, it's definitely down in the farm. That corner, come on. All right. Okay. I'm gonna take a photo. It's a nice cigar. A lot of hay. A little bit of mineral bitterness. Cinnamon. Oh, pepper. All right. It's not cinnamon, it's pepper. Very loose chocolate powder. That's what I got right now. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of flavor. I like the draw on this though. I like the draw on this. All right. So while we're done this, what's going on today? Let me think of it. I had a really rough week. If anybody already talked to me, I already have really rough week. Everything went wrong. Every little thing went wrong. So
I had one bad day.
you had one bad day.
Well, not a day, maybe several hours. Put it that way. A problem with my internet.
Oh, you have a problem with the internet?
Yeah, like for 3 hours, it was just glitching in and out, and then after the 3 hours went by, I said, okay, it's going to be fine, and boom, I lost service like for over 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess we have similarity because I lost internet Thursday night into Friday morning all the way to 10 a.m.
Oh.
And I was spending all night. I was spending all night trying to fix it because I can't do anything without internet, and I usually do things at night. So you know, I was keep fixing until 5 a.m. Still no luck. I was like, by 5 a.m. I was like, you know what? I give up. I just gotta take some rest, let my brain rest because I'm tired. I'm running up and down, try to fix, you know, things. What people don't know is when you reset these things, like when you make a setting and when you run it to reset, for a lot of people it's quick, a few minutes. For me, it's 21 minutes per cycle. It means everything turns down, everything turns back up. It's 21 minutes. So, like, you know, the time that didn't seem like a lot is actually a lot. Like, okay, so if I run 3 cycles, I'm 1 hour in. So every time I make a setting that I'm like, okay, I'm sure this is gonna fix it, I run it, and then it shuts down everything, and it waits a little bit and start one at a time. It takes 21 minutes. It doesn't work. That's 21 minutes, right? If you do it again, that's another 21 minutes. If you do half of it, half the stuff, it'll take 10 minutes. So, you know, every 3 or 4 times of adjustment is 1 hour. And just doing that, next thing you know, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. That's it. I give up. I gave up at that time. And I didn't go back there and check it and make adjustment until like 9 to 10 a.m. It was horrible. And obviously, I have a little bit issue with weather. So I don't know if anybody's like me. If you have extreme weather switching from cold to hot or to hot, from dry to damp, something like that, it bothers me. It bothers me. So I'll feel horrible. I feel like everywhere on my body is not right. Things are not going correctly. That kind of stuff. So that too. So I have a really horrible week. Even though I'm kind of excited next week's gonna be in the 70s. Still, not the best time. Not the best time. Okay, I taste something that's similar to. It's like a nutmeg or something like that. Huh. It's okay, so this cigar is not what I think it was, right? I'm thinking about, you know, Ecuadorian, Sumatra tastes a certain way, broadleaf tastes a certain way, Honduras tastes a certain way, and Nicaraguan tastes a certain way, okay? And Dominican just wood, right? Wood and sweet. So I'm expecting a certain flavor, a certain profile, but I'm getting the opposite. I'm getting that the usual Honduras woodiness, but like the Nicaraguan part of it, the earthiness from the Nicaraguan part, it doesn't taste like the Nicaraguan tobacco. Broadleaf doesn't bring a lot of boldness to this yet, and I'm not getting. Okay, I'm getting the Sumatra taste, but not like a Sumatran taste. Does that make sense? I smoke a lot of Sumatra. Okay, the Davidoff Demitase is actually Indonesian Sumatra. So I smoke a lot of that. So I know that weird taste that you get from Sumatra, but the way it's delivered in this one is just weird. It's not what I'm used to. So it comes after everything else instead of in the forefront of everything else. It does generate a lot of smoke, which is kind of nice. It burns fine. I'm not too sure how broadleaf Rosada should have taste like.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that leaf. I mean,
I'm not too sure how that particular leaf should taste like. Everything else, like, you know, I can kind of guess what they should taste like, but this one, at times is smooth, at times earthy, at times has that little Indonesian taste, but then it's kind of like off, and at times the pepper just burns through your nose. Overall, relatively smooth. It's delivering a lot of different flavor, but not together. It's like you take a puff, it's this. You take another puff, it's that. You take another puff, it's this and that, right? It's just not a cohesive flavor. Not saying that is anything bad. For me, it's interesting. It makes me keep wanting to puff on it until I find something that is recognizable. Here's a problem, like, this is the first one I smoked. Plus, I just got it today too. So, let me make sure. I have to make sure that because like Rick is not here, Rick usually check both sides to see if we got dropped. Sometimes I'm gonna check whether it's dropped now, because I don't know if it was dropped. Okay. 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 All right. Still on. All right. Just so I can check for time to time. All right. So do you have any like cigar questions today and stuff like that while I'm enjoying the cigar down?
No, I don't have anything. The only thing that I notice going on for me, cigar worldwide, is it seems like cigar events really start to happen in March.
Right. So like right now it's like
locally. For me, locally. It seems like from now all the way through October, there's a cigar event every week at different lounges that are drivable to me.
okay.
Oh, I mean, it's a good thing. Not that I'm going to go to every single one, but I'm just saying I can look and see what event it's going to be, what brands are promoting, and I can decide whether I want to go participate in that.
I mean, it's not unheard of. It is something that's because right now from New Year, Christmas, everybody spend their money, and then now to this part, there is a few months of stagnant, right? Nothing's going on, no new cigars, crazy.
Well, here, I could see the stagnation in the cold states.
Okay.
New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, all those northeastern states, certain Midwest. Yeah, a lot of Midwest states where it's cold.
But when I say stagnant, I don't say like in terms of sales.
No,
I'm
okay.
saying stagnant in terms of exciting new things.
Are we? I never thought too much about it, and I guess because I'm not in the cigar reviewing area.
Okay.
But have we succumbed to the fact that we are looking at the PCA?
And that's in a few months.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, are we just waiting to see? Let's see what PCA is going to announce.
Pretty much, right? Because like it gets to a certain point in your life, I mean, in your year, that you're like, okay, new cigars coming out soon. I don't want to spend too much money on these, so I can buy the new cigars when they come out, and I'll see what's interesting, right? So there's got to be like, first, there's not much new, stagnant, and then to the shop try to clear out whatever so that they can go to the show and buy more, and to us pending that sale or pending the new cigars, right? And right now, I think we're in that phase, right? Phase of things
that we're
waiting. Right? Hi, Richard, by the way. So not much thing going on other than like, hey, few cigar shops just say few new stuff. Not many, right? And everybody starts waiting. Okay, let's see at the end of this month what happens, right? Usually at the end of March, beginning of April, we're gonna start hearing new cigars, PCAs. TPE.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's gotta be TPE this year. I think TPE is disbanding, right? Slowly.
Tobacco. What is that? Tobacco Products Expo, something like that. Is that what it is? Something like that.
Plus, I don't know. Tobacco.
Yeah. Well,
so
I think if you're in the cigar business, you don't. I mean, cigars, not the accessories and all this stuff, but cigars in itself. I don't think you need the TPE.
Yeah. Well, the things I get it that people don't think that we need the TPE, but TPE is cheaper.
Well, I mean, To me, the TPE is you're looking at those cigar ashtrays, those lighters, that kind of stuff.
Smaller
not
cigar
looking.
shop
I'm not.
goes to, ooh, what the hell was that?
Well, look at the smaller cigar brands. That's why they should start doing the BCA.
BCA?
Yeah.
What's
Well,
BCA?
you got the Premium Cigar Association, right?
Bundle Cigars Association.
No, the Boutique Cigar Association.
All right, but okay. So when you gotta do something like that, you want to just, let's say, pick 10 boutiques or 15 boutiques, gather together, rent a location, and do news.
No, it's got to be a big event, just like the PCA. You got to have as many boutique brands as you can to show up to
without
that
the
thing.
heritage, big money, there's not enough money to rent the whole place out and attract enough buzz or traffic. Because you need a big shot like Davidoff, you need a big shot like Gurkha, or like General Cigars, to just dump that big money and get that biggest space in that whole area in order to get it started. You know what I'm saying? But if you do a little tiny place with a chair and then that's 10 grand.
I think I get it, but you have to make it affordable for them to make it happen. Okay. And then I really think that if those big brands, the so-called heritage cigar brands, they can be part of it. They can be co-sponsored or sponsored by.
But that makes no sense.
Well,
Why would you?
Yeah, well, because it's the cigar industry. You're trying to help each other out. It's big brother trying to help little brother.
I don't think so. Because you're telling them, all right, so if they're fighting the same thing, that makes sense, right? The cigar industry fighting the government, that I get. So everybody pitching money. To hear a friend's brand not doing well, you want to help them out, I get that. But to promote new cigars and stuff like that, you guys it's competition.
That's like...
Because you're talking about advertising right now. You're talking about advertising and being able to sell more cigars. And that is everybody for its own, right? Selling your cigars, everybody for its own. So...
And yet, when a barn burns down,
that's different. Let me tell you why. Because not every cigar brand makes their own cigars.
Yeah, because they're resourcing it. They're outsourcing it from that.
So they're all in that. They're all in it for it. They're like, okay, our source is like, having a problem with their cigar barn, the curing barn. Now let's everybody pitch. That makes sense. See, you're talking about a different side of the business.
Yeah, I am.
So I can see why they are pitching to do that, because everybody's kind of involved in that. Did you ask yourself?
Came close.
So that I can see, but in terms of like business, who's doing better? That's everybody from their own. Gurkha isn't gonna go, hey, West Tampa, I heard that you guys have a little bit budget problem to do our expo. Let me sponsor you. So we have a boutique expo sponsored by Gurkha, who's non-boutique.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't know. I think, we talk about the big brands, so-called heritage brands, but there are some boutiques out there that can swing with them, okay?
Yeah, but at the same time, if you look at the negative way, which I did, is that the heritage brand is basically the big brand that eats out and chewed up the boutiques.
Yeah. So, in the same sense, if I'm a boutique brand, and if that's the case, why am I even bothering going into the PCA?
Because, and here's again, because it's like father and son situation here.
Ah,
The father says you should smoke the classic heritage, and boutiques like we are different and we don't want to be you. Heritage is saying you should listen to rock and roll, and the boutique says no, we gotta listen to dubstep. And the heritage is like that's devil's music. I really think so. Like I think that's the relationship between boutique and heritage. Is that boutique says we want to be different. We want to make interesting cigars. We want to make a cigar that is not for everyone, but for someone.
but
And the heritage says we make the classic cigars, like regardless, everybody will smoke this. And we'll keep making those. And nothing crazy. We might release one or two new things, but we are the powerhouse. We are the standard of cigar. And boutique says, no, watch this. Right? A lot of boutique brands were someone that used to work in heritage brands that expanded to like, you know what? I think I can do my own thing.
now, okay, so look at so Aging Room, was it Aging Room? They're a boutique brand.
Aging Room is a boutique brand.
Aging Room. Didn't they win the #1 spot back in 2018, 19, or 20, something like that? With the
I'm not too sure because at that time I haven't paid attention who's good, who's bad yet.
Aging Room Quattro, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. But
So I'm just saying, if they can hang and swing with the big boys, I mean,
well, just because then you can also say Johnny Tobacco now was in top 10.
exactly, blew my mind.
And that cigar it's not something I would think was top 10.
I agree.
But that rating, it doesn't mean it's riding with the big boys. That rating is just like what is popular with people today. Right?
Oh, okay. Popularity.
Right. It's popularity contest. You do enough advertising, you win. Well, you have enough buzz, you win. I don't want to say advertising. I want to say buzz.
Yeah.
You generate enough buzz, you win. Can we say that? We agree with that? This? Okay. And now the cigar starts to get better. Second, third, into like halfway, cigar is getting like really interesting. It has almost like a barrel taste. That wooden barrel taste. Get a little bit sweetness too. The first third was kind of weird. It's kind of everything on its own. And then now it's actually going to merge together a little bit. It's kind of nice. Yeah, so I think that's what it is. You're not gonna think of like electronic shows or like car shows, right? You have the Hondas, the Toyotas, like the average people brand, right? And on that side, you got the Bugattis, you got the Bentleys, you got the Rolls Royce, and those are like the heritage brands. Like, oh, we got the money, right? And then you have the boutique, Italian, like Lamborghinis. You got like some weird exotic cars that doesn't make sense. You have some like Alfa Romeos and stuff like that. The things that you don't really see, like Lotus. You have to put them together because there's got to be like when somebody walk in there, they're looking for one of the three. The two are like extras. They're like bonus. But I don't think I'll go to a show that only have heritage. How about that? Would you go to a cigar show that only have heritage? Cigar Expo. the entire expo only have heritage. That's the qualifications. You must be a heritage brand.
Only have heritage. Only have heritage.
For me, like it's kind of like double-sided blade, you know, because like if I go to the heritage only, I probably see Davidoff and a few other big brands. But I smoke majority boutique. But if I go to boutique only, I see a lot of interest brand, but now the Davidoff and things that I usually get, it's not there either. So you need to put them together, and the whole thing of having two is kind of stupid to start with, but in terms of budget, how much money they will have to spend on one of those shows matters. That's where it starts to get weird, right? You have no choice. So yeah, the boutique kind of depends on the big shots of the industry. The big shot industry really don't care, but in this way they are helping. But you're not gonna say, hey, boutique, go run your own show and here is money. Right? So I don't know. I don't think anybody ever think of the boutique versus heritage brand thing. I don't think we do. Now it gets chocolatey. All right. Chocolatey. Here we go. Get the band off. There you go. Oh, it's a very short band. Look how short this is. It's a very, very short band. Barely anything. Look, this is how much it's glued
So it's a short overlap.
That's it. This little bit overlap. That's it.
Well, that should be good. Easy to take off without ripping that wrapper up.
Well, it's still kind of glued together, but that's a very, very short band. I wonder if they were thinking something else before. That's a very, very short band. I don't have another band. I think. Let me open. Okay. Here. Here's a band of. Look. The top is my father's band. The bottom is the Cigars Daily. See how short it is?
Yeah.
It's got it's missing that much. It's missing a good inch and a half, inch and a quarter. Wow. Very short. Surprising. So yeah, we have that going on. Everybody's waiting for the PCA. I mean, I look at halfway every day just to see what's there. I mean, there's some information that's kind of saying that they will release at PCA, Karen Berger, Lempers, and stuff like that. They like obviously I'm expecting they all go to PCA, but I think the full story comes out once it's PCA. So everybody's kind of pending. It's like a honeymoon time. Like it's like we'll wait. Everybody just tease what they might have, and then boom, PCA. Right. So that's what's going on. I am kind of surprised on some cigar prices recently, like the Rocky Patel 30th anniversary one. It's like what, $40 something or $30 something? It's crazy. It's crazy. And I don't know why it's that price, because MSRP is like half the price, but when I go online and look for it, they're like double the price. I don't know why. This cigar, I don't know what to say about this. It's giving me different things every few puffs. Now it's back to hay, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of limestone and pepper. Because like a few puffs before it was chocolatey. I was like, oh, I finally got to the chocolatey part. And then it jumps off. Like, nope, just kidding. I don't know. So I can't even tell you guys what cigar I'm looking forward to because I'm still stuck in years before, where I'm still waiting for like Black Panthers or maybe a new Andalusian Bull Maduro or you know, something that's from years before, or if there's gotta be any new Year of the Horse that might come out. I'm still stuck in early or late last year kind of release that hasn't been released yet. The new release, I see them, but like I haven't like, I need to get this, you know. Patello has a new cigar coming out. Flores Mini Dozer CLE. And here's another thing about CLEs. Every year I see a new CLE. And I think they're all cool. Especially like they put in those like some of the stuff that's like in a box, clear box, and has like a wine rack thing in the between. I've never seen them anywhere.
They sell
never
fast.
seen them anywhere.
They must sell out fast then.
I've never seen them anywhere. I would when you say sell out fast, it's like where?
Well, I am thinking they're probably in a limited supply. If your cigar shop or a cigar lounge only gets, 3 or 4 boxes in, and somebody sees the cool packaging, boom, I'm getting that.
But they're like racks of cigars. So you think that they get it in, most people is gonna buy a whole box of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is one cigar that I'm very interesting by Punch. The Real Corojo 25th anniversary. That's coming out soon. I'm very interested in that one. I would. Oh, you will get the whole entire thing with the... Yeah, you have to find it first. I have not seen it. Because I would think that would be very, very cool to have. It's like a... I don't know how to describe it. Just like a display. But yeah, Punch Rare Corojo 25th anniversary. Supposed to be releasing soon. The Punch Corojos are pretty good, so I'm very interested in that one. 6x54 Toro. Made entirely, so it's a Honduran Puro. Corojo wrapper and binder, and then Corojo Habano fillers. That's interesting. Okay, I'm expecting a very woodsy sweet cigar on that one. Okay, I think this year there's another Cohiba M that I didn't even bother to look into. I'm starting to smoke the Punch only because of Monkey. I actually got some more news about the Punch. Okay. So the reason Punch got bullied is because he's a menacing monkey. The reason why the mother doesn't want him anymore is because he go pick troubles and prank other monkeys. And that's why other monkeys beat him up. This is according to the zookeeper. So I saw news. It was the zookeeper saying that when Punch was young, it was menacing. He was picking other monkeys. Huh?
He was a bully.
It wasn't a bully. He pranks people. He pranks other monkeys, and monkey bullies them back. So he got kind of pushed out of the monkey social rings, right? The society of monkeys. And as he grow older, now he's older now. The monkey's older. It starts to be more responsible and not prank other monkeys. So he slowly work his way back into
the group.
The group, the ring of monkeys, right? So he started to do that, but he still do once in a while do dumb stuff and got beat up. Okay, so everybody was like, "Oh, Punch so cute. Why is everybody bullying him?" And then now you know that he's bullied because he was essentially an ass. Okay,
he was a jokester.
He was a jokester, right? So think of it this way, right? Like, like everybody in their town, this little kid that likes to prank everybody, and nobody likes that kid at first because he likes to do dumb stuff, pull girls' hair, kick you in the balls and run away, flat your tires just for the heck of it. I don't know, throw a fake snake at people, that kind of stuff. He's that when he was young, and now he's getting older, more mature. I don't care, man. Punch can do whatever he wants. Screw those other monkeys. Well, other monkeys are being nicer to him now because he's more mature. He's more mature, doing less that kind of stuff now. He actually played with the little doll, the monkey doll, the red gorilla doll less now because he's playing with the other monkey now. But what my wife thinks is because that monkey got famous and everybody want to be with the idol. I don't think monkey can tell, but apparently. So I have my Cohiba AM 2026 on its way. That's that cigar's iffy. So for $30 a cigar, that's an iffy cigar. That's an iffy cigar. Okay. Cavalier is got a new one. Art 56 Artista. Okay. This is where people is gonna have problem with me. Model cigar had like a cigar made by Sinistro. That looks like the barrel of a Magnum gun. And I think it's pretty cool. And I was gonna buy it until he say that the canister was 3D printed by Cigar Prop. Now, everybody remember like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I had some beef with Cigar Prop, and I have not gone through. I have not gone over with it. It might be just me. Like once I feel a certain way about somebody, I get stuck in that mood with that somebody. I tend to not want to be involved with the person who is named in whatever project it is. So like I'm looking at this guy, super cool. I really want to smoke it. I really wanted it. I looked at it and then when he mentioned Cigar Prop, I was like, maybe not. Maybe I don't like that cigar that much. Yeah, as for all you know, that cigar could be a great cigar. Cigar Prop is a YouTuber. Would you say that?
Yeah. I mean, he has his own cigar thing, right? Cigar show.
Yeah. He has his own cigar thing. At one point, he released a cigar too. I think Cigar Prop owns Perfect Draw Tool.
No, he designed the bleeding tool.
Oh yeah, the bleeding tool. Sorry, he designed the bleeding tool, which I purchased. But yeah, Cigar Prop. That's why, because he makes cigar props. But he have his own channel, and he I want to just say is a misunderstanding in one way, but still didn't sit well, is because when he first tried to join the Legion, he made a video and it was supposed to be joke. I get it, it's a joke, but it's very condescending, and that didn't sit well.
It just bothered you the wrong way.
Yeah. Oh, my wife got angry over it. And really, like, you don't see my wife get angry. She listens like, what the hell is this? But it might be the time, it might be the situation. It didn't sit well, and we kick him. He made an introduction video that did not introduce himself at all. And in a very racist way. Like, I don't even have that video anymore because I don't remember exactly what he said, like word for word. But he was trying to be everyone that was in here, like Bob the Cigar Guy and all that stuff, and make fun of me in that video. So it's supposed to be a very funny video. Like I'm pretty sure everybody else see it was funny.
Was it supposed to be like satire?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everyone else see it was funny, but the people who got called out in that video might not see it as fun. Because like I don't even know you that well, and you come in, the first thing was to make fun of me. That didn't say well. And then, so I kick him. We kick him out of the group. So he lasted like 3 days, 2 days, a week maybe. His wife also joined at the time, and he was not happy about that. But he didn't care, right? He went to start his own group, and then what happened is at the time we have audits. If you didn't meet the audit, you get kicked, right? His wife joined. She didn't get kicked until the audit. Once the audit hits, she didn't check in, and she got kicked out. And then he got angry, and then he made a post says, "All right, now, now Shadow Smoke's Legion is forever our enemy," something like that in his group. And it goes back and forth. A lot of some people in our group is also in that group, and then they were making fun of Shadow Smoke's Legion in that group, right? So we went through a whole drama thing, and then we basically said, hey, you can do whatever you want, but don't make fun of the Legion if you gotta join the Legion, kind of thing. And end up kicking out a lot of people for that, because like people are playing double agents. They're over there making fun of us. They're over here saying, those people are assholes. So it was time. So that leave a salty ball sack of a taste in my mouth. And so every time when I hear Cigar Prop, I just have this negative feeling, even though I don't even really know the person. It's just that whole thing that I had to deal with was not pretty. So that bring me a negative feeling towards that name, Cigar Prop. Now, for all you know, he's probably a really cool guy. He doesn't really care. He's like a happy-go-lucky kind of person. He say whatever he wants to, but on the receiving side, it's not gonna be fun. So that's what it is. Hey, Andy. So when I saw that, and I think it's really cool, but I had that feeling of, ugh, So now I don't get to try that cigar because I feel the ugh towards it. Which, it's funny because I know it has nothing to do with Sinistro line, because Sinistro didn't make the box or didn't do the 3D printing or whatever.
He did the packaging, yeah.
So they just make the cigar. They had nothing to do with it. Yeah. So there, where I won't be trying that cigar because I won't be buying it. Not saying anything wrong with it, because I think I just made a short the other day saying model cigars are pretty cool. The guy take care of problems. So, but it's me, not them, basically. That's what I'm saying. It's me. Okay? Other than that, tariffs. If anybody want to know about tariffs, it went from 15 back to 10. So there are still tariffs. Universal tariff now. Everything is 10%.
So are you getting reimbursed with anything?
I don't think you're gonna. Like, okay, so here's the problem, right? Everybody knows I bought a lot of toys from Japan. From Japan, there's like a 25% plus service, plus like processing fee that they charge, like FedEx charge, for shipping stuff to the US, because they handle the tariffs part of it. So you pay them tariffs, you pay them processing fee, and then they process that. The problem with that is they did process it, so they're not gonna refund you that. And how are they gonna refund you the tariffs? That's a problem too, because now it's a percentage different, right? they gonna okay, they say okay, it's 10%, it's actually 10%, we're gonna refund you 15%? Or are they gonna imagine he started making Davidoff cigars, then I screwed. Nah, I'm okay. You know, there's the thing, right? I think smoking cigar is a hobby, and the thing about hobby is that I can do without. I'm not gonna do without. So if they do that, you know, something's wrong, like happened with Davidoff, I can do without. I can do without. Okay, so going back to that, let's say if they gotta do a refund, right? I think the cost of processing those refund will cost you more than a refund. That's what I'm saying. Right? Let's say now you gotta send everybody a check or process through credit card.
Yeah. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Just whatever was in the past, it's over with. It's done. Now this is the point we're going forward. This is what's going to be.
Right. So like, you know, everything's individually done. Like every shipment is on different country. Imagine if the United States just say, okay, we're gonna process this X amount of lump sum refund to FedEx. FedEx had to process that and refund everybody, which they're not involved in because they're not the processor, they're the shipper. So let's say they refund all that money to the vendors, the shops. And the shop had to find individual orders, thousands of orders, to refund each item or each shipment. That's crazy. It will cost you more labor and time to refund that. Because the tax in the end is like $30 here, $20 here, $30 here. You know, the processing, it'll take one person to sort it out. It'll probably cost more than the refund itself. Right? You gotta hire somebody to look through it. It will take more time than not. So I don't think that's gonna happen. It's going to bring back those little ass Davidoff you like, and they don't. Hey, that's okay. That's okay because they don't make it anymore. I make my own. Like I said, I can always do without. I like to have it, but if something comes, I can completely shut down something from my life. That's totally fine. You know, I feel like life is full of choices, and I can make the choice to completely shut down something from my life. That's okay. That's completely okay with me. If you know me, you know. If I shut down something from my life, I shut down something from my life. Did I get the test plate? I did. I actually smoked 3 of them so far. I smoked 4 sticks. So I'm letting it sit, so I can see if there's any changes, because they are relatively fresh. So yeah, I can actually do that. That's fine. The same? No, they are different in string and body, per se. Is it close? One of them is, but changes need to be made. I think what will ultimately happen will be something that is different but close. Different but close. Like, if you're asking, is it possible to blend something that is like so close to it, it's almost as identical? I'm pretty sure it's yes. There's only so many combinations you can go through to get something very, very similar, right? I'm pretty sure you can, but the whole point was that if you're gonna make it, you might as well improve it, right? You might as well improve it. So now we get very close. The question is, how do you improve it? Tony doesn't make things that wasn't improved. Tony likes to make things that I can be proud of. And if I'm gonna be proud of, it has to be an improved version of something. Or else it's kind of like, why? You gotta do it right. So that's my goal. Well, we'll see. And you never know. Like, this project might go to nowhere. this project might end up like just me with a stash of short cigars. Okay. Okay. Let's. Oh, I got something I have to talk about. Okay. So there are some viewers has reached out to me, and I want to make this very clear. I don't sell my personal cigars. And the reason being that I am that dumb guy that will buy a cigar at any price. Sometimes. I will buy cigar at an inflated price if I wanted it. Okay? That makes it so that I cannot protect myself from anybody ever get cigar from me to say, Tony charged me X amount of money and it was stupid, right? Or Tony will try to rob me or rip me off on certain cigars. So this is why I don't sell my personal stuff. So like when people reach out and say, hey, Tony, can you sell me this and that? I cannot. Because I cannot give you a reasonable price. I am not gonna, you know, hey, this cigar MSRP is 18 and I bought it for 40. I'm not gonna sell it to 18 because it makes no sense. I might direct you to one place or another on once you contact me, but that's where I can direct you. I cannot sell you cigars. All right, I want to put it out there. I know people say, hey, Tony, you must have that cigar. Tony had that cigar, but I can't because I cannot give you a reasonable price. In fact, a lot of cigar that I own, I don't even remember how much I got it for. So I want to put it out there that if anybody sees like Tony got some cigars, hey Tony, can you like I couldn't find this? Can you sell you mine? Can you sell me mine? I can't. All right, not because I don't care and I don't really I want to like, you know, show off or something. It's not. It's just that I want to avoid that. I want to avoid any like, hey, Tony says he have this, but he won't sell it to me, or he robbed me, like he ripped me off on. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, I don't want to. It makes no sense. It makes no sense for you to get it from me if there's some store that's selling it. Does that make sense? It makes no sense to get it from me at a not reasonable price plus shipping costs to you and all that stuff. Whereas you can get it from a shop, maybe discounted, maybe free shipping. So getting from me is not the best idea. There's plenty of shops that has them. You can find them for. And if it's something that's like discontinued, obviously I'm saving it for other reasons. If I do have them. So I wanted to put it out there. It says, it's not you. I'm not picking on you, or I'm not picking on anybody, or I'm not trying to be rude. But I cannot put myself in that situation. It's a problem that I don't want to deal with. Because I have, in the past, before this show, before this kind of stuff, I used to help other people to get some Cubans when I travel. Where I have gotten to feedback says, hey, Tony is trying to charge me these cigars at an inflated price. And I ended up having to show receipts. That's what they cost me. So not only it cost me my time, it cost me money, and it cost me headache to deal with that. So that's why I don't do that anymore. Okay, so yeah. If you want to like, hey Tony, where did you find that? You can email me. I'll find it. If you email me, I'll probably like, oh, here's where I got it from. But other than that, I can't do much because I want to avoid myself having that situation. If you're a cigar rep, Tony, I'll get it from you. Brendan, well, doesn't. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? A rep cannot sell their cigar to you either. A rep cannot sell you their cigar either. A rep had to sell it to a store, and you had to go buy it from a store. Okay. We're good? Yes? All right.
I get it.
Yeah, because I've been this one person that's been emailed me about the Andalusian bowl. I was like, you know, like, here's where you can get it from. But I can't give you my, you know, because like some of those bowls I got it for $400-500. And I don't know which box. Like, how am I supposed to judge that? You know, not everybody can do it. You know, once you pay that kind of stuff, and it makes no sense. And this has happened multiple times. I mean, I had Wagner cigars, and I remember at one point a member asked me, "Hey, can you sell me the Wagner cigars?" I was like, "I can. I don't sell cigars. You want to buy cigars? Buy from cigar shops. But I can't sell you my cigar. That's not what I do. I don't sell cigars." Okay, cigar shop does. Go to cigar shops. Bro, they're hoping that you give them the cigar. They open the cover by saying that they will buy whack. You know, I don't want to think that that's the case. I mean, I get it. Some people might think that way, but I don't want to think that is the annotation that they are going with. You know, maybe they're genuinely like, "Hey, I want to buy a cigar," but do I like to swap cigars and send people cigars? Yes, I do like to do that. But it will have to be like, I had to feel like the person is enthusiastic and having fun about it, right? If someone's like, "Hey, I want to, hey, Tony, I got these cigars sent to you." I'm like, "Hey, that's good. It's cool. I'll smoke them." But at the same time, I'll send them something back. So it's like, "Hey, we exchange something. Like you smoke something that you haven't, I smoke something I haven't." That's fine. But selling is not. Like we used to do group buys. I don't even do that anymore. Because ultimately I feel like, wouldn't they get it cheaper if they just buy it on their own? No, it was fun thing, but I feel like I'm costing people more money. I'm costing myself more money because they pay for whatever, and I have to go out and get packaging and stuff like that, send it over to them, or envelopes and stuff.
See, for me, that group buy, that for me, that I would only be interested in that is if that is something that I cannot get here in the US. Like when I went to Europe, I bought some cigars from Europe. I cannot get them here. Okay, so if you know somebody in Europe and you can get a group buy going, that's I can see that. Other than that, you should be able to buy any cigar that's available in the United States somewhere.
Let me. Okay, so when we did the group buy, it was like 18, 19, 20, 20 kind of thing. 18, 19.
It was like 19, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So at the time, there's a lot of cigars that are not readily available like today in singles. So what I will do, I will buy the cigar by the box and allow members get 1 or 2 stick out of it, or how many amount of stick they want.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. But then again, we got to a point where like everything I buy is like, anybody want that, you know, I'll help out. And we even have the egg rolls. I was like a good buy. It's like, but then like egg rolls, like you can get it anywhere. And I feel like nowadays it's more convenience now. Every shop is doing the singles. Majority of the shop that will do singles now. Minus the super pricey stuff. And I think majority of people today are not looking for the super pricey stuff anymore. The people who are getting the super pricey stuff are people who will get it in the box anyway. So that kind of like has defeated its own point. Right? That defeated its own point right now. Because back in the days, I'll just tell like my guy from Delta, I'll say, "Hey, this is what we received. Do you want any of these?" Some of those things are very rare. Not all the time, but some of these are rare. I was like, hey, I got this thing. Anybody wants it? You know, kind of thing. I would. But nowadays, I don't even do that anymore. I had to search my own because, you know, every shop is like operating different. Davidoff removed majority of their third-party cigars. So I don't have that contact anymore. And everything else I can find online, everybody else can.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta be honest with you, when I get stuff that you guys can't get, like Chinese cigar stuff, most of the time, don't I just give it out, like send it out, or part of the raffle or anything like that? Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's no
I
point to
see
buy
it.
from
I
me,
see it a
'cause
lot in raffles. Yeah.
Yeah, I just put them in the raffle anyway. So, that's one of the reasons I stopped posting my stuff on social media. I will always get messages, hey, dude, if you ever want to get rid of it, I'll buy them. I've always wanted to try. Oh, I see. I think it's fine. People share whatever cigar they want, and and I know it's not always as simple as say, hey, this is what I get it from. You can go check out that place, because sometimes we fought for it too. You know, like, you know, I will be like, oh, last box I want it, or first box I want it, that kind of thing. So like when you give out where you get your stash, you are essentially adding another competition to yourself. It's a very negative way of thinking about it, but I feel like if I tell somebody where I get some of my stuff, I add another competition to fight over that, over some rare cigar in the future. But that's just that. That's just that. Cigar has becoming a chase, a fight sometimes, because there's so many cigars that somehow I think just make itself into a very hard to get cigar. Right? At one point I was complaining how Andalusian Bull was making themselves like, you know, oh, you can only buy one stick. Every shop is like, oh, I only got one box. You can only buy one stick. But let's be really honest. If they want to produce enough, don't you think they could? I think they could. Because they're making every other cigars. So if they want to produce enough boxes of Andalusian Bull for anybody, can they do it? Yeah, I think they could. But they got to a situation where they're not. Right? And I understand why shop does that. It's like, you know, I want to attract people to come in to be able to smoke one. Like, you know, everybody who come in and ask for one, they can smoke one because I leave in it for everybody else. But cigar is cigar, man. Like, you know, a lot of people who buy cigars, they like to collect them. So they want to buy the box. And you do the one stick thing, it's kind of eh. You know what I'm saying? Those are very easy to get now. If you're willing to wait, there's plenty of places that will allow you to place an order and wait.
Yeah. Number one, you do have to be patient because they're out there. Be patient, number one. And number two, if you really want that box, make sure you got that money put aside and you don't touch it. Because when that cigar becomes available, you want to get it right then and there, and you don't want to worry about, oh, I don't know if I got the money for it now, or I can't get it yet, because they will sell fast.
And another thing is that if you tell somebody that you got to buy a cigar, like you tell a shop that you got to buy a cigar, when they have it, like, you know, make sure you follow through, because it sucks to find cigars for you, and you ended up, nah, I can't do it. That will ruin your relationship, and they will not hold cigar for you anymore.
Yeah, there's this shop in downtown Chicago where I tried to get a cigar, and I thought I got it, and by the time I went to get it, it was gone. I tried like 3 times, and I sent an email, hey, I tried to get this, and before I knew it, just sold out. This cigar shop, when they got it in, they sent me an email and said, hey, we just got these in. You let us know that you've missed it the last 2 or 3 times. Do you still want it? If you do, I will put a box available for you, put it away on the side, and you let me know when you can pick it up. But if I give you a date that you're going to pick it up, if you don't go pick it up on that date, and by that time that you tell them, once you miss that date and time, They're up.
See, this is
They're-
what I don't get, right? Why
they're
don't
up
you
for
just charge
anybody.
me? Why don't you just charge me and leave it there until I can go pick it up?
Well, because if I tell you, what time do you close? We close at 5 o'clock. I'll be there before 5 o'clock to pick it up, and I don't show up. Okay.
But you
The
don't have to
next
worry
day-
about me not show up. You already charged my money. You already took my money.
Well, that's different. That's different.
I think that the shop should be doing that instead of like, if you don't show up at this time, you're done. No, just take non-refundable. You pay it right now. You come pick it up. This cigar is yours.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's the other thing. And that was a thing that they did offer me. You can pay for it now. We'll put it on the side and hold it for you. We'll put your name on it. If not, if you tell them, well, no, I'll pay for it when I pick it up. Okay, but if you're not here to pick it up at that date and that time, the very next day it's up for sale.
Yeah, I was just like, here's my card. Take it. Charge me. Done. And I'll
Yeah.
go pick it up whenever I have time.
Yeah.
That's what my shop does. Tag the box with my name when I pick it up. When I picked it up, I don't even pay until I go. Sometimes few weeks will go by. Well, that's the thing, right?
So you're stretching it then.
No. Because the problem is that the cigar that he buys, those cigars that he wants, will sell quick. They're not worried about it not being able to sell. The longer they hold it, the more expensive they can sell it for. So I don't think they worry about that. You order those cigars, like if you see what he picked up today, okay? I think majority of cigar, if he doesn't show up like 5 months later and they decide to put it out for sale, they will be gone the same day. I'm pretty sure. But it's a relationship that you build with your shop, right? If you already
Yeah.
bought big money every single time and you always go through with it, and they're not afraid that they're not gonna sell it. They know you'll buy it. And in fact, if they sell it, if that they didn't hold it for you, they sell it, they lose a big shot customer. That would be dumb. I'd rather hold it. If I don't get, like, this guy just forever disappeared, and one day I feel like I'll sell it. But I will let X amount of time go by. So long as this guy keep adding, says I want this, I want that, I'll keep holding it until this guy showed up, because that's already sold, in my opinion, right? This guy will go through with it. No, he just haven't show up. But if he already proven that he'll go through with it, that's not a problem. But if he doesn't go through with it a few times, like he shows up and says, yeah, I don't want those boxes anymore, then that will be the end of it.
Yeah, that's a burn. That's a burn there.
Right? If they show up and say, yeah, those 10 boxes, I don't need those 2 anymore, that I might be able to kind of swallow that. That's fine. Put it out for sale. But if you come and say, yeah, that order, like the 10 bucks, I don't need them anymore, that will be the end of it. I'll be like, okay, next time you just buy straight. But then again, I feel perfectly comfortable to give a shop, here's my card number. Whenever you get the cigars that I want, just charge it. I'll come pick it up. So let me know so that I know it's being charged and pick it up. I wouldn't have a problem with that. So that's just me. Cigars is really relationship based. So if you want something from your shop, make sure that you're in a good relationship with your local shop or whatever shop that you're with. If you've proven that you're a guy that always falls through, and then it makes money, it makes business sense, then you'll get a lot of benefit from it. But if your local shop is one of those, I don't give a shit if you buy one out, well, don't worry about it. Those kind of shop don't last long. The shops always have their regulars where they already have good relationship. In fact, this guy over here has at one time got screwed over because the shop has prefer regulars over him. So he didn't get his hat.
Yeah.
But if he was in good relationship, they would be like, you know what? Well, just take the hat. There you go.
Yeah. It used to bother me a lot. It doesn't bother me as much anymore as it
Well,
used
because
to.
you understand what's going on now. Like you
Yeah.
pretty much know, like, this is a business decision. It has to be. You have to treat the owner and employees well, and they will always take care of you. You know, here's the thing. You're not gonna always meet the owner unless you're Val. For some reason, Val always get to meet the owner, no matter which shop he goes to. But if you treat the employee right, then the employee will treat you right. Just imagine if you were the employee and you have this awesome guy that shows up every single time. You cannot wait to let him know that something came in. You cannot wait. I'm telling you, that's the type of employee that you want to have. This guy cannot wait to tell somebody that some boxes came in. It haven't even hit the shelf yet. You'll be like, hey, Tiberius, we haven't started selling it yet, but we got a few boxes of those Opus sitting in the bag. You want them? And they might be like, you know, I can't sell it to you today, but I'll hold it for you. You know, just a little effort. My wife is super good at that when she used to drive to work every day. She does very, very minuscule stuff. She would just bring cookies and snacks to the employees at the parking lot. It doesn't cost you a lot. Okay, 10, 15 bucks. And it's not a big deal. But then like she will bring it every so often whenever we go out to buy stuff. I was like, hey, you know what? Some cookie. Bring it for your the parking lot guys. To a point where she literally got her private spot. Right? All it takes is some cookies and snacks. So it got to a point, like, because every time she goes, she's not really good at parking her cars. Right? Woman, right? She's not really good at parking her car. So she can only park straight in. And there's one spot right next to the place you paid for your ticket that somebody will park there. After a few times of cookies and snacks, they will put a cone right in front of that parking spot so nobody can park there.
They'd reserve it for her, huh?
Right. They'll put a cone there, and then they will just let her in when she shows up. I was telling my wife, you're sneaky. Like, all it takes is some cookies.
Yeah, she's developing a relationship there.
Right. She listens to their stories. She, like, you know, asks how their family's doing. Just regular stuff you do with friends. Like, it doesn't take that much effort. And she was able to park that. And then whenever somebody sneakily parked that spot, they will valet her car.
Oh.
They were like, you know what? Hey, I'll drive it in for you. And then they hand her the key and she'll leave. It's crazy. I have a habit of tipping employees with cigars. I buy a box of limited cigar or non-limited. I will give a few to my protagonist every time. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? I don't have a shop like that. I actually don't go to shop all that often. But if I would, you know, one cigar, it doesn't. Here's the thing. How often do you finish your entire box of cigars on cigars you get? I know some people do. Me, I always have leftover, and this is where you guys get from the raffle cigars. The raffle cigars are actually my leftovers. I can't smoke that much cigars. So, like, you know, is it that bad to, hey, there's 2 employees, take out 2 cigars to give them to them? Not really, because you probably forgot about it. Now, once in a while, in your pocket, if what you got that day was a $200 stick cigars, hitting 2 will hurt a lot. But, you know, if it's like $10 stick, doesn't hurt. Because, like, ask yourself, how many times did you look at somebody, like, you look at somebody smoking cigars, and you be like, I will pay $20 over the MSRP. I will pay $40 over MSRP just to get it. How many times? Because I have. I'll pay more just to get it. Think of that 2 cigars are paying more. Right? So 1 cigar is 20 bucks, 2 cigars, 40 bucks. Would you pay 40 bucks more for this box of cigar? Yeah, I would. In fact, that action just secure your next limited release. That's not that bad at all, if you think about it. And when you needed it, they clutch. They're like, I got you, no problem. Oh, this is what you need? I got you. The first moment when they open the box, they see a cigar that you want, your name on it in the back room. No one touches it. So get to know your tobacconist. Get to know your shop. It really helps. It really helps. I don't like I said, I don't have a shop like that here. I don't go to shop enough. I buy everything online. Or I contact people to get it. But I don't have a shop like that. But if you do have a shop, like a nicely inventoried shop, nicely stocked shop, you want to do everything you can to really know the people there. Start by introducing yourself. Have a few chat. Go there more. Every time you go in there, just say hi. Just say hi. You know, have a few chat. Just say hi. If they have time, chat with them. And you will be surprised how much more you get out of that. You'll get much more back on that. That's me getting a call when new Opus X come in the Casamante. Okay. That is a fact. When Tempo the Oro come out, my guy called me and told me that he got 2 boxes, asked me if I want them before they put on sale in public. Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's the thing, right? If you really think about it, right? It makes no difference to the shop who they sell it to. It makes no difference to the shop. It's money, right? When the owner look at his bottom line, he sold the cigars. But the difference is who they want to sell it to. I want to sell it to this guy because he will come in, right? I haven't seen Tiberius for like 3 weeks. But every time he shows up, I got a couple of cigars to smoke. You know what? I'm going to make sure that I hold cigar for him so he will come in. Small actions can get you big time, you know? And it's same thing for anything, all right? If you go to a hotel that you go often, you always tip the doorman. It's always different, right? If you're always nice to the doorman or whatever, you know, or the bell boy or whatever, you get much more out of it. You get so whenever I go back to Taiwan, I go to the same hotel. We're nice to the front desk, and the front desk will go above and beyond when you needed them, just because you're nice. Just because I have okay, my wife buys crazy stuff when we travel, right? My wife will buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. In fact, she will have mail order things to send to the hotel. Think about that. Because she couldn't mail order here, she will mail it to the hotel, and the hotel will hold it for us until we get there. And there was one time where we want to ship stuff back, and we wanted to ask, like, you know, how do we gotta ship this thing back? We need boxes. The lady in the front desk run down to the market next door to ask them for an empty box so that we can ship our stuff out.
Wow.
Just because you're being nice. They don't have to. They're like, yeah, go buy a box and then we'll send it out for you. Right? No, she ran to the next shop to do that. We wanted tickets to ride trains to places. The lady went to the supermarket, bought our ticket, and came back for us. Man, I freaking tip the employees that help me out together and outfit together. And put together an outfit together. If you can spread cheer, do it. Yeah. You gotta feel happy about it too. Whenever you go to the shop, you'll be happy about it. Whenever you go to do whatever, you're happy about it. I mean, there's few hotels that I always go, regardless how much it costs. Because the people there know me, they address me correctly, and they take care of whatever I need to take care of. Like, especially for my wife. They'll take care of whatever it takes. And when they do that, I would do whatever it takes for them to feel happy about it. You know, drinks, food, tip. I write letters to the corporate sometimes. I talk to the
okay.
manager about it sometimes. You know, in fact, one of the places I go to where the person used to be a front desk, now he's the manager. Now he's the manager. I went back, I was like, oh shit, you're the manager now. And he's like, yeah, you know, thanks to your letter, my boss noticed and gave me the manager job. I was like, oh yeah, that was really nice. And it was a good trip. It was a good trip. So small actions gets you a lot. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should be like spend crazy money to do it. Like I said, simple hi, simple hello, simple ask about how their family is doing and stuff like that will do a lot. You know, thank you, appreciate it, that kind of stuff will bring you. It will bring you far. Surprisingly, people don't realize that. Like, I've been to a lot of places where after they get their service and stuff, they're not even a thank you. I was like, why? It doesn't cost you anything to say thank you. That you know, doesn't cost you a lot of money to say thank you, please, sorry, that kind of stuff. You know, I don't see why people don't do it. You know, just do that. Because I think this is something that Val does very well. Val goes to the shop, he goes to talk to everyone. Everyone. Like if this guy is washing the bathroom and Val happens to walk in the bathroom, he'll go to talk to that person washing the bathroom for 2 hours before he take his
Well,
piss.
no, maybe not 2 hours, maybe a couple of minutes, but I will make it my point to say hi to everybody in that lounge.
Now, here's why I say that. I have been to a few lounges with Val. Val, I always tend to go to the bathroom when we arrive. There's one time where I went to the bathroom, I saw Val over there talking to somebody. I came to the bathroom, Val's still talking to somebody. I went back to sit, Val's still talking to somebody. When I go to the bathroom the second time, probably 25, 30 minutes later, Val's still there talking to somebody. And then maybe an hour later or so, like I finished my cigar. Val finally came back. Val, did you went to the bathroom? Yeah, I did. And he sits down, have his cigar. Because like the whole time you think Val didn't find the bathroom? So Val will talk to everybody. Before he comes back to sit down, he already talked to the front guy, the service guy, the bar, the manager, the clerk, the guy that
Servers,
washes the
whoever they might
bathroom,
be.
the 5 girl that's servicing everybody that I don't even know there was 5. He have talked to everybody already. And there were a few times we're like, oh, you know, I need another drink. Val is like, don't worry, let me find, and then the name. He will remember the name. Let me find the name. And he'll get up and find it, and the lady will come over. He will know the name. I'm over there, I was like, damn. I don't even know who she is. I didn't even see her. So yeah, do that. Your experience will improve dramatically. Now, obviously, if you gotta go to a lounge, sit down with a headphone on, a tablet, don't want to talk to anybody, you'll still make a name for yourself. They'll remember you. That guy that came in every time, puts a headphone on, and don't talk to anybody. Yeah, the people will remember you. But I don't think that's the best way to do it. If you gotta go lounge, go talk to somebody. I would not go to lounge by myself. But go to somebody. Here's another thing that I always feel like almost rude. And it happens quite often, right? When I go to a shop, somebody say, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, how you doing? Right? And then he'll be like, what are you looking for? Val, what do you usually say when somebody say that?
You know what? I really don't know. What do you have?
I tend to say, yeah, I don't know. I'm just browsing.
Yeah.
And then, okay, cool. But I feel like that's kind of rude from what I say, not what he said.
here's what I used to do a lot in the past, and I stopped doing now. And I'm sure we all still do this somewhat. We go to get that cigar in the lounge, and we go to get the same thing that we have all the time
Mm-hmm.
because we know we like it. We know it's it's a good smoke. You feel comfortable with it. It's enjoyable. But I now recently, not recently, but yeah, I can say recently, have decided when I go into a lounge, I am going to try something different, and I'm going to talk to the person that's there to ask him, well, what do you have that's new? What do you have that's different? And let him pick out something for me to try. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the cigars that I have here at home, I can get at the lounge. Why am I going to go buy that cigar at the lounge when I have it at home?
I get that, but for me it was harder, right? Like I feel kind of rude every time, like when they want to suggest me something, and I think they're obviously from a good place, right? They're saying it from a good place. Hey, we got this in, we got that in, we got this in, we got that in. But those are the cigars that I tend to already have, right? Because if something that I'm interested in, something new, I will have already ordered it and got it. So when I go to the shop, they're super enthusiastic about it. Say, hey, we just got this one there and got that one, and I'm like, yeah, I already got that one. I already got that one. They help, and they came out a few, and I always get to this really awkward silence. They try to think what else I might have, I might not have, and I feel kind of rude every time. And this is why I end up just saying I'm browsing, because if I'm saying like what you guys have, and then it's gonna give you a list, and you're like, I have that, I have that, I have that. That's why I end up just saying I'm browsing, because I feel rude. I don't know. Would you feel that's kind of rude?
No, I don't think so. Not me, no. But when I went to go and get my CAO cigar, and after I got them, and I know the guy quite well, and he says to me, hey, listen, have you tried this cigar yet? I go, no. He goes, here, take it. And just like Tony just mentioned, when you keep going back to these places and you get to know the person, and don't be surprised if they hand you one or two cigars just because you're there, just because they know you, just because, hey man, I haven't seen you for a while. Have you tried this one yet? No, I haven't tried. Here, come here, try this one on me. Because that has happened to me quite often, most recently. Okay. And and I'm saying, hell, if this happened to me, it could happen to anybody. It could happen to you. But it's all about, being nice, being courteous, and visiting, and, of course, supporting the lounge and stuff.
Jonathan said, I usually don't like question, can I help you find anything? I know the humidor already, so. But that's the thing. I feel like, I know they have new stuff, for sure, right? And that's why we go to the shop to browse. And when they say, can I help you anything? That's actually a good thing. You want the shop to say that. Hey, how you doing? Now, can I find you anything? Anything I can suggest you with? It's great. I just feel like, I think I'm personally being rude by saying, oh, I know this, I know that, I got this, I got that. That's why. So I ended up just saying that I'm just browsing. Because I don't want to, I want to have an engaging conversation, but at the same time, I don't want to show off like a snob. I'm like, yeah, I got that already. Yeah, I got that already. Yeah, I just bought that last week. It was good, And it gets that. Okay, I got nothing to offer. I browse. That's my problem. But if they just have like other conversation, I'll continue that conversation. It's like, hey, how's your day? That I can continue. And the weather was bad, blah blah blah. I can do that. Have you heard about this? I can have a conversation. Did you hear about this new cigar that came out? Blah blah blah. I can't have that. But if they'll try to help me find a cigar, then that's where like you kind of get awkward. So this is collecting cigars is kind of like a blessing and a curse at the same time, in my opinion. But I think everybody else who is looking for something new, who is looking for something rare, should talk to the shop anyway. Like if you're looking for a specific cigar, talk to a friend, talk to a shop. Don't just look and say I can never find it, right? Talk to a friend. Hey, have you seen that? Have you got? Oh, I see you smoking one. Where did you get it? That way it will help you. And go to the shop and say, hey, I'm looking for this. I know you guys don't have it right now, but if you do have it, I would like to have a box or something like that. What I don't like is when you go to a shop and you tell them you're finding something and they know that you can't get it and there's no way to get it. Instead of saying, yeah, that's not a cigar that's easy to get, they laugh. It's like, yeah, nobody can get that right now. When they say that, like when they laugh and say that, that's what bothers me. That's when it catches me. It's like, hey, you can't get it doesn't mean other people can get it. I have that thought. I won't say it, but I have that thought because they laugh. If they say, yeah, it's really hard to get, it's not something our shop can get, I understand that. Yeah, I get it. But if you do come to find one, I would like to know about it. I'll give you my email or phone number, whatever, right? But if they laugh, and I know they're not laughing out of spite, they're laughing because it's another this person looking for it, it kind of irked me a little bit. Some people might not see it that way. I do. Just like, and I go, hey, I'm looking for Andalusian bowl. They're like, yeah, no. When they say that, sometimes it makes me think like, okay, when you go, yeah, no means only the regulars over here can get it. Well, only the special few people can get it, right? If they say, no, sorry, those things are like allocation over here, then I get it. Or, yeah, it's really hard to get right now. We don't have any. I'm okay with that. That's the end of that conversation. But if you laugh, I have a little issue with that. That's me. Because I've been through a lot. I tend to shop for luxury goods here and there with my wife. And there are a few times where we're judged by what we're wearing. And when you do that kind of stuff, you get laughed at from asking for certain things. Right? I traveled to a place that was selling Rolex. And I was like, you know what, whatever, we can pick up some Rolex, And looked at it. And I was looking at the watch, and then he was like, yeah, this one is super hard to get, blah, blah, blah. I do. It's not bad at all. Not a bad cigar. And this guy just kind of like in a condescending way saying that it's impossible for anybody to get it. They want to sell that watch for 20 grand when that watch is probably worth like 6 or 7, 8 grand at most. Not to mention it was a used one. So I was like, yeah, it's not what I'm looking to pay. And he started laughing about it. And it's like, yeah, people want this, they can't even get it. I was like, and I got how do you say that? I got angry, not really angry. I got annoyed. I was like, I would just talk to my agent. I can get it from my agent, brand new, for the price that you're saying I can get probably any watch in that line, brand new from an agent. And then he started to get more condescending. Then get it from your agent. What are you doing here?
Well, to see if you got it right now.
I was like, you'll have a shop right here, so I come to browse. You didn't have to, tell me I couldn't get something. If you want to tell me that I couldn't get something, I'll prove you wrong. Right? You can just say that, it might not be the price I like, that's fine. And if you're not looking to haggle a little bit, that's fine. But you don't have to laugh about it, like, oh, people cannot wait to get this. If people cannot wait to get this watch will not be here. The watch is still here is because you can get rid of it. So yeah, I get annoyed when I go to the shop talking and then start laughing. Now, if we're joking about something, that's fine. But like, if you gotta laugh at my ability of getting something, I'll prove you wrong and I'll make sure someone else make that money. You want to be stupid about your price? Sure. I'll make sure somebody make that money. So yeah. Well, with that being said, Val, how's your cigar today?
Well, I tell you what, it was woodsy at first.
Okay.
That's got some leather note in there, a little floral, but mostly woodsy.
Mostly woodsy. Okay.
For me, at least.
So it's not like a typical flathead, kind of like earthy.
Not for me, no. But it's a nice, enjoyable smoke. Look, I mean, I've been smoking it since I started. All right. I'm a slow smoker anyway, but yeah. I would probably get a 5-pack. I don't think I would buy a box of it, but I'd buy a 5-pack of it.
Oh, cool. So you will get it again.
Oh yeah, I would get it again. Just to have in my humidor to switch off every now and then with it.
For me, the cigar, I feel like maybe it's because it's brand new and it just arrived from my place. The flavor is kind of all over the place. It's not a bad thing because like it feels like every puff is a different flavor, or every 2 puff is a different flavor. It's kind of cool. It keeps me attention, like it keeps my attention as I smoke it. But I would prefer to have more longer enjoyment of the taste, meaning that I can puff 1/3 and then I can expect a certain taste. How I smoked it today, I feel like as soon as I find interesting flavor, when I go back to it, it's gone. Something else. I'm not saying those flavors are not good. It's just that it changed off. It's like, oh man, I was just enjoying that flavor. Something else came up, and I would just enjoy that something else.
And something else.
Something else. So that was my problem with the cigar. But the cigars, I think that once you sit, it's such a merry, a little bit longer, it might be better. So, that will be a cigar where I keep it on display for a little bit. And eventually I go back to smoke it. Maybe it will be better. But I'm going to enjoy all those projects I got on the bottom. Because I mean, a lot of those I haven't tried. Val, what's your go-to cigar?
I tell you what, most recently, the cigar that I have been smoking frequently has been that Rubicon.
Rubicon?
Yeah. I've already gone through a box of that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It is a pretty good cigar for the price too.
It's a dangerous cigar for me.
Yeah, you don't feel bad smoking it. It's like a little bit more expensive than a bundle per se, but it has got a lot of flavor.
I think that was a very sneaky hidden gem by Cohiba. For me at least.
Okay.
For me at least. It was a very surprising cigar, and I really like it.
So this is what we gotta do. I'm gonna jump over to the tribal in the Legion for a little bit. If I see anybody jumping in the public room, we will jump over to the public room. But if nobody jump in the public room, we will stay in the Legion, okay? So if you want to chat with us, don't be afraid to jump into the public room's voice chat. Why don't you jump in there? If I see somebody's in there, we'll jump over. If we're still on. But if we're not on, we're not on, okay? So if you're wondering if we gotta jump on, you can always ask, hey, is anybody else jumping on the tribal? Or let us know. I mean, not tribal, but the public chat. Then we will jump over because I do see both of them at the same time. So tonight I will jump over to the Legion chat, Legion tribal. Anybody who's jumping in the Legion, just join us there. All right. So have a good night, everybody. I will see you guys next week.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.